Have you ever been tricked into clicking on a link, opening an attachment, or following someone's instruction to go to a website and download a program only later to find out that that person is a hacker that was tricking you? I'm Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Live Technical Support. And coming up next, I'm going to show you how Zero Trust application control can actually help protect you, your computer, and your finances from loss from scammers and hackers. If you haven't done so yet, please click the like button, click subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when we release new videos. Another thing that can help protect you, and it goes along the same lines as least privileges, is implementing Zero Trust application and network control. So what this means, first of all, Zero Trust, we talked about earlier having a Zero Trust mindset. And a Zero Trust mindset means that you start out not trusting anyone, really. You want people to prove to you that they are trustworthy. The person that calls you up, the person that you receive an email from, the place that pops up this message that says your computer is infected. Well, from a Zero Trust standpoint, you don't believe that. You don't trust that. You want to verify that that's actually the case. And with Zero Trust software application control, what happens is this is actually installed on your computer, and it actually builds. It has a learning period where it actually looks at what you're doing. It looks at what's there, and it looks at what you're using, and it builds policies to allow what you use. And then once it's actually implemented and the protection is in force, any new program is by default denied. So even if it's a good program, even if it's a legitimate program, even if it's something that you want and need, by default it's denied, and we actually come in and we can actually approve that if it is legitimate. But and sometimes we see, well, you know what, this is really not a program we would recommend that you have. Or you were tricked into clicking on a link, and this link launches a malicious script, and so we're not going to approve this because you're going to be getting, or you're going to let a hacker or a scammer into your computer. You don't want to do that. So this software actually provides an extra layer of protection. The software also has the ability to actually elevate a non-admin username so that it has admin rights. And how that does, or how that helps you, is that if the program is actually legitimate and you do want to install it, or it needs to run, and it needs to run with admin rights, such as QuickBooks. QuickBooks is designed in such a way that periodically, at least once a month, the software needs to actually run with admin rights in order for multi-user access to happen. And it's stupid, it's insecure, or not secure. QuickBooks is actually doing things in a way, they're actually configuring the system in a way that puts people at risk. And there's a lot of users that are actually using admin accounts because of this QuickBooks, but they don't realize that there are ways that they can actually still use least privileges. But then with this Zero Trust application control and the Elevation add-on, we can actually configure it so that QuickBooks program can run with admin rights. The rest of the computer, the rest of the user profile doesn't have admin rights, but that particular program that needs to run can have admin rights. And that provides extra protection because then you don't have to log in with the admin password. Why is that important? Well, one of the things, if a hacker gets a hold of your system, one of the things that they do sometimes is install what's called a keylogger. Now, a keylogger, and this is something that that, even basic hackers, hackers that don't have a lot of skill, they will do this. They'll install a keylogger so that, and they'll actually try to create a scenario where you're going to call IT support, and the IT support is going to log in with a username, that admin username and password, to investigate what's going on. They might, for instance, run a program that uses up all of your CPU capacity so that the computer bogs down or runs real slow. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to call IT support if you have IT support. And you're going to get in, they're going to log in, and they're going to actually have that username and password. And if a keylogger is installed on the computer, the hacker then has the that username and password for the admin account. So by having this elevation, you never even have to log in with that admin account. By the way, if we did that, if we logged in with a username and password with admin rights, and we also had our privileged access management implemented, where we can change the password right after we logged in, we could actually rotate the password to a brand new complex password, so your account would still be protected. So we have ways to circumvent these hackers and scammers, but you can actually use your account and still be functional with the Zero Trust and the Elevation add-on. You can actually be functional still and not have to worry about, or not have to make your computer less secure by using a username with admin rights, not having to type in your username and password, or even just the inconvenience of having to type in that admin username and password. When we see that prompt in our business, we just right-click on QuickBooks and we launch it with admin rights. And we already have configured where a username that doesn't have admin rights, that program can run with admin rights. And what happens at that point is that program goes ahead and it launches with admin rights. It does what it needs to do, and you're still protected. You haven't had to type the admin password. You haven't had to call IT support even. You haven't had to make your computer less secure by using an account that has admin rights. This software also has a network Zero Trust as well built into it, where it can actually not trust connections that are coming from other computers, so that if you have, let's say, admin or if you have remote access set up, a lot of businesses have remote access set up where an employee can log in. I can log into our server remotely. We have a lot of our customers, a lot of our business customers, if someone's sick, well, that doesn't matter. They can work from home. They can log in to their office computer from home. And they're doing this through a secure connection. But we also have the additional layer of protection where this Zero Trust software has the ability to not trust network connections that don't originate from a client or an endpoint that has their Zero Trust software running on it. So this provides an extra layer of protection. Not everyone wants to be this secure, but if you're out there and you're listening, hey, and you really care about being secure, we can actually implement this security for you. By the way, we have businesses that have implemented this security. We implement this security in our own business. We also have people that have home office businesses that have implemented this security. And we have residential, just regular old private individuals that have fallen for some of these scams and want to provide extra layers of protection. They've signed up for our managed services, and they've signed up for our residential cybersecurity, which includes this least privileges and includes this zero trust application control and network control. If you're out there and you're interested in implementing any of this, you can give us a call. Our number is 772 878 5978. Again, 772 878 5978. I hope you've liked this video, that you've learned something from it. If you have, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, and also click the bell to be notified when we release new videos. And remember, when you have cybersecurity problems, you need a faster PC.